Peace, family. Black Star Sports TV here. Man, I tell you, I had to do a video on this. Some things, you hear and you just can't believe it till you actually hear. But this is actually real spill, real talk going on here. Tyson Fury has had the gall to tell the judge that no matter what, he's never going to fight Deontay Wilder again. And that's not shocking, because if you've been a subscriber to my channel, I basically said pretty much the week after the rematch that Tyson Fury was going to do everything in his power not to be in this trilogy fight. They was going to do whatever they had to do to get out of it, some way, somehow. I said that back then, and I've never been wrong, more righter in my life, because they're doing just that. And this right here just really takes the cake. And, I don't know what shocks me more, the fact that he's doing that or the way that some boxing fans are responding to it, and allowing him to do some of the weakest shit I've ever seen in my entire life. I've never seen anybody who has the gall to go up and say, well, I'm not going to fight this guy. And the reason being is because this guy said he accused me of some things and said something about gypsies. And because of that, you're offended. And because of that, you're not going to fight him. Since anybody who's been a child, have you ever remember somebody getting out of a fight like that? When somebody calls you a name or something, you respond in kind. A lot of times you're going to receive some lumps upside your head for that. Right or wrong. So is it natural for somebody to take this type of stance and say he's not going to fight somebody because they said something about him, or something that he felt was derogatory, or whatever be the case is? He called Deontay Wilder a dosser. What the hell is a dosser, right? He says, well, it's a man without a land, or whatever the case his definition is. But to me, it sounds like just another substitute for the N-word to me. Same definition, You're downgrading somebody, saying that, just like the definition of an N-word, people treat that person as like a person who has no place, nowhere, on no corner of the earth. So it's basically what he's saying about Deontay Wilder. So what's the difference between that? And he's been doing that for quite some time. But nonetheless, Wilder gave him the first opportunity as well as the second, even though he ducked out of the rematch the first time, to have these two bum fights that he took on, right? No problem there. No problem with the fans. Everybody is fine. It's okay. Whatever he wants to do is just so fine. He agreed to this trilogy fight before they even had the rematch. It was already written in stone that this going to take place. Deontay Wilder called for that trilogy fight immediately. So the fight is owed. He said his word that he would do it. He said after the rematch that if I expect him to want to do the trilogy, and hey, just so you beat a man once, you beat him twice, you beat him a third time. That's what Tyson Fury said out of his mouth. But all of a sudden now, ever since that day, let me be completely clear, he's been on a mission not to have this fight. They trying to find everything in the world, and then they try to manipulate the fans. Oh, AJ, we want to have the undisputed in the UK. That's why. That's what's worth more. It's a bigger fight. It's this, it's that. They got all this to say, right? And then you got fans who eat it up. Yeah, who wants to see that fight? He won that one. He also won the first one. Well, I recommend that you go back to the press conference after the second fight when Tyson Fury said of his own mouth that that tie is just like a loss for him. So he had to change up what he was doing, because what he did was not enough. By his own admission, he said this. But somehow they overlooked that. No, we'll say he won. We're just going to go with it, even though we saw him unconscious in the ring. But we'll still say, hey, he won, according to your own self-preference, not really any factual basis in it, but they will run with that. And because of that, he is successful into doing all this old weasel shit that he's doing now. But this is the weakest shit I've ever seen in my life. I've never seen. It makes no sense in no type of level. This is one of the biggest fights in boxing. And there's only one other fight that he can even mention to try to say that he wants to have that can be even anywhere near it in as far as a financial benefit for him to fight. AJ would be the other. That's about it. But here this is. Why would you give this opportunity away, especially right now when it's at its height, and it would be the most, it would top the last fight. So why would you punk out of this fight? It makes no sense. Why are you constantly running and running and running and running? From the day of the fight, the end of the rematch, Deontay Wilder has been seeking this trilogy fight. Consistent. Taking you to court to try to force you to fight him. Is anybody criticizing you for all this running and this pushing out and this weak stuff that you're doing out here? You got too many people co-signing this madness. No matter what, I'm not going to fight him. Well, okay then. But the judge need to go ahead and drop the hammer. What's taking these people so damn long? If he made a statement like that in the court, he's basically sticking his middle finger up to the court, the people, the fans, especially Wilder fans. He stuck his middle finger up to us long ago, and he's held it there. Telling us, oh, we're crazy, we're deranged, and everybody just running all this dismissive tactics to us and these narratives where we're just out of our mind and we don't have a leg to stand on, and we just hate, and we just this and we just that. Everything but get their bitch ass back in the ring, which would be the most quickest way to resolve this whole matter and quiet this whole question that's been posed, But they don't want that. None of them want to fight. Why they don't want to fight? If we so crazy, we so wrong, and we so hateful, and we're racist, and we all this and that, and we just hate Tyson Fury and all of this and all of that, when all it is easy for him to go in the ring and do the same thing he did the last time and wrap it on up. Why not do that? Why not do that? Why not cash the check? Why not watch it again? I'd love to see Povetkin knock Dillian White's ass out again. I look forward to it. I hope it happens real soon. I would never say, no, I don't want to see the fight again. Hell no. If Louis Ortiz gets back in the ring with Deontay Wilder, I want to see that again too. Hell yes. We want the smoke round here. See, real fight fans who really love boxing, who really want to see the sport, don't give a damn what two guys get in there as long as the best guys get in there. And if these is the best guys, you're always telling us so, and Tyson Fury is supposed to be the best, then what the fuck is the problem? Get your bitch ass in the ring and let's have the fight. But no. He's scared. Why is he scared? Why is he scared? See, nobody wants to have that trilogy because they don't want him exposed, because in that trilogy, win, lose, or draw, he's going to be exposed because he's not going to be able to duplicate what he did in that second fight. And that's a fact. And yes, I claim it as a fact. Look at the way the guy's moving. Only a scared man moves the way that he does to get out of a fight. Everybody knows how this goes. When the big bully comes to you on the street and he picks a fight with you, and if you don't want the fight, you move like this to get out of it. Guys that want the fight, go get the smoke. They run towards you. They ain't no question about it. Ain't no negotiations. There ain't nothing to talk about. It's just a knockdown, drag out fight. Just like that. Just like that. But that's not how he's moving. You see? Man, makes no sense to me whatsoever. But now he's so soft now. He's catching feelings. He's hurt now. Since you hurt my feelings, I can't fight you, which makes no damn sense. He's the same guy that was criticized for comparing homosexuals to pedophiles. And, the LGBT jumps on him and all of that type of stuff. And he tried to wiggle out of it by throwing up a bunch of scriptures in Jesus Christ and all of this old bullshit. And then, people, he's such a Christian. He's just this and he's that. And the same damn guy who talked about after that he was going to snort cocaine and go find him some broads and stuff like this. A married man who goes up and says that. But he's a Christian and he's a guy to look up to. And this is your role model. That's the way. No matter what he says, no matter what he does, it doesn't matter. He must be kept clean. For what reason? For what reason? Huh? Even the BBC had told him, to avoid controversial, non-boxing comments. He don't listen. He just keeps doing this, does his thing, does what he wants. And he has this big thing with power because he wants to always put out and let everybody know that I can do what I want to do. And his fan base loves that. They love that fact. Yeah, Tyson Fury does what he want to do. He not going to this and he not going to that and all of this stupid shit. But yet the questions about this the rematch still remain. None of them has been answered. He has not proven unequivocally that he can beat Deontay Wilder. And it's just one fight. It's not two fights. But they want to give him two just as a way to give him the alibi to get out of this third fight. But either which way, if he won the first or if he did not, I don't believe he won the first fight. And for that reason, that's why we need a trilogy. Well, hell, Manny Pacquiao fought Marquez how many times? 4, 5, what? I don't know. A whole rack of them. Many fighters have had many battles against each other. What is this 1-2 fight thing and it's done? Oh, we don't need to see that no more. Oh, it's over. It's just, oh, who wants to see that? Hell, did you enjoy it the first time? Then you should want to see it a second. See, it don't make any sense. And you ain't make, you're not really coming from anywhere that's tangible or even, man, it's fanboy stuff, But the only fanboys in the boxing community now, by so-called boxing fans, are only people who support Deontay Wilder or these PBC fighters. For the most part, they'll get called fanboys. But these guys that go over here and they follow a guy no matter how he's moving, no matter what he does, no matter what he says, they don't hold him accountable for anything. They just want to say how great he is. He's just great. He's this, he's that. And no matter how many times he pops dirty, no matter how many times he cheats, no matter how many times he gets caught cheating. I mean, the guy's been banned from the sport. So he's not no choir boy. Not at the very least. But you can say whatever you want to say about him. You can build him up any way you want to. But one thing you cannot deny is he does not want this trilogy fight. And that makes no sense to anyone who is a fan of the sport of boxing and those who want to see this fight. But he has the audacity. So I'm not going to fight him because he called me this and I'm a gypsy and he insulted the gypsy people. Well, that's supposed to cause a fight. That's not supposed to prevent a fight. Where in the hell did you get this shit from? Oh, he called me that, so I'm not going to fight him. Shh. That's weak, man. That's the weakest shit I've ever seen. He's a fighting man. I'm the fighting sport. I'm sportman. I'm 19 stone. A 19-stone pussy. That's what he is. He don't get his bitch ass in that ring. He's a pussy. And he'll always be called as such from me from this day forth if he don't get his ass in that fucking ring. How you gonna respect somebody who moves like that? Not me. Hell no. Get your bitch ass in the fucking ring and have this fucking trilogy. If you can do that again, then fucking do it and prove it. Show me. I don't believe you. I don't believe you, Tyson Fury. You're a fucking fraud. Get your bitch ass in the ring. Stop ducking. And your punk ass fans who co-sign that bullshit. Y'all some pussies as well. I said it. Some bullshit. Y'all riding with that dumb shit. Oh, what is Tyson? How they always talking about? What is Wilder going to do? What is he going to do? He'd do a lot if you can get a bitch in the ring. But this fag don't want to get in the ring. He don't want to get in the ring. He wants to run. How you respect a guy like that? Everybody on the street be taking his lunch money. What's manly about this shit? Somebody explain that to me. Make me understand that. Shit is weak, man. It's the weakest shit I've ever heard out of any boxer's mouth. And I have to say, before this whole matchup ever started for the first fight, man, I thought a lot better of Tyson Fury. I did. I thought a lot better. But this revealed a lot more to me about his character and what type of man he really is. And anybody that endorsed that, man, that makes me want to question you as well. Because that's some old fruity shit. Man don't move like that. To quote my good brother, Ricky Williams. Because that's some strange madness, man. Strange madness. But we'll see what happens here. But I hope if he don't, they strip his ass and we can get on and unclog his heavyweight shit up and get these fights popping, man. Because all these fucking ducking moves, all this effort into ducking, we could have had the fight and moved on and you could have your AJ fight. But no, we don't even have the opportunity because he wants to stand there and cry like a little female about this whole thing. But he's such a big manly man and he's a fighting man, and 19 stone, and I'm using all of this bullshit. UK needs something right now because them boys is coming up short than a motherfucker here doing this last year with all this taking knees that they taking. So they should be pushing for this fight more than anything, especially if you think he can win. But apparently y'all don't. Apparently you do not. Because that's one thing I say about myself and the fan base that I know. When we follow certain fighters, most of us feel the way like, hey, yeah, we want to see Earl and Bud. We want to see this. But we don't just want to see that. I want to see Earl also fight Keith Thurman. I want to see Earl fight this guy, that guy. Just like I want to see Deontay fight everybody. I want to see him fight Fury. I want to see him fight AJ. I want to see him fight Hernandez. I want anybody. I don't give a damn. Get him in the fucking ring. I want to see him against everybody. Ain't no exceptions and hold up and you got it done this and what have you done? I don't give a fuck. You willing to get your bitch ass in that ring? I'm willing to watch you. I'm willing to watch you. That's a fight fan. You know. But that's all I got to say about that right now. You guys take it easy. Thank you for coming by. Like, comment, and share. Black Star.
Are you ready to take your striking game to the next level? Then you've got to get the Focus Ball. Dramatically improved footwork, timing, reflex, hand-eye coordination, head movement, and striking IQ. Lightweight and extremely portable, so you can train every time.